Ryan, 7 unbeaten now. You must be pleased on the whole.
Yeah, of course I am pleased. You know, the wins in there as well. You'd like to have more wins, it's not to be, but I think from where we was to where we are now is day and night. I think that the style and the identity the lads are giving us, performances have been very good. You know, even the other night going till the end to get a draw. So yeah, mate, listen, I can't be pleased. I can't be more pleased than I am. They've been excellent, the boys, and we wanted to continue for the last game on Saturday.
You mentioned the last game, and naturally every game you want to win, but to sign off on a win, 8 unbeaten, going into next season, how much of a boost will that give everyone around the place?
It will give us a boost, yeah. Look, we've obviously cautious that we're up against the team who now have nothing to play for as well, and you know they'll be wanting to finish the season on a high themselves. You know, but it's about what we do, I think, Jay. We've got to make sure that it's just about us. We'll pay Northampton the respect we always do for the opposition teams. You know, even if it ended now, we go into the pre-season and next season with our tails high because of the performance and because of the results we've picked up. And we want that to continue next season. Obviously, it'll be a lot different next season in terms of personnel, more personnel in, different personnel. You know, some people will move on, some people will stay. You know, it'll look a little bit different next season, and we want that to happen because it's important that we bring the right personnel in, the right players to help us go and achieve being in the top half of the division more than not.
You said earlier last month that you will make sure the season doesn't peter out. It hasn't done because we've been great in recent weeks. But from a player's mentality point of view, is it difficult knowing that obviously we're safe, we can't go any higher than we are? Is it difficult as a player yourself? You'll know all about that sort of thing.
Yeah, it is. But you know, you get paid and you're contracted till a certain date, and you know these lads have given us everything so far. You know, I mentioned about the impact players not giving us enough against Blackpool last week, but then the impact players giving us enough on Tuesday night against Burton. So, you know, they're listening, they're learning, they're doing exactly what I want them to do. They're giving us everything. And yeah, we definitely don't want it to peter out. I was never going to let it peter out as a player when I played, and I'm certainly never going to let it peter out while I'm an head coach. And there's one more to go. Yeah, some people can look at it and think, you know, they're on the holidays and whatnot, but not for us. The holidays will start after the game on Saturday.
Just on the game on Saturday, will we see any of the players that have been out for a sustained period of time? Is there a chance that the likes of Matt Smith might get a few minutes, or is it not worth the risk? Is it too early?
He's going to train with us today, so we'll see how he is. He has obviously touched the ball for a long time. He's been with the medical department and the fitness department in terms of getting up to speed, but I don't want it to just put him in for the sake of putting him in. You know, he had an hamstring injury and you have to be careful with them. I'll speak to him today if he wants to travel with us, and maybe we'll have a look at something. But again, we've had 2 lads that have missed out on Tuesday night and a couple of lads that stayed at home as well. So we won't rush him. The season's been done for a little while. There's no point just giving him 5 or 10 minutes for the sake of it. We'd rather make sure he had a good pre-season under his belt and have him fit and available for the start of next season.
You said over recent weeks, there's players that are effectively playing for the future and playing for next season. And have some surprised you? You've obviously been happy with the group, but have some surprised you in terms of performances?
Yeah, of course. Listen, it's no secret. I've told the players, and the players know what I expect and the demands. And some have surprised me. Some are what I expect them to be. Some need to do more to not just get in the squad, but to get in the starting 11, which I've no uncertain terms told some of them that. Because it's not about me, it's about Wigan Athletic Football Club. We need to make sure that we've got the right players, the right personnel, and we want these players to be performing to the highest levels. They're not bad players, don't turn bad players overnight. It's just I want a little bit more from certain individuals, and if they can give us that, then they'll have a chance. So yeah, listen, the well told that, they were told that from day one. I don't care what name's on the back of the shirt, as long as they wear it with pride and perform to the levels, and there's a lot of them that are doing it.
Appreciate you've only been here sort of 6 weeks. It's probably difficult for you to comment on the season as a whole, but heading into this last game, what would your assessment be of the season and certainly of the last 6 to 7 weeks?
I haven't looked that far back, to be fair, Jay. I think will it be 10 games, will it? 10 games, including the Charlton game. But again, look, I've enjoyed the ride. I wish there was another 10 games to go and we were fighting to try and get into the top half more. On Saturday it'll be a good opportunity for us to potentially get into the top 12, which if results go our way and we can find ourselves to get a win, that'll be nice. And then I'll reflect on it further down the line over the next week or 2. I'll have a few days away with the missus just to switch off, of course, because you need to. And then yeah, it'll be back to work and back to recruiting, back to getting players that we feel can help us push on. But yeah, in terms of what they've given us everything. But it's all right just giving everything for 10 games. I want that for 46 games, and they'll be the messages for next season.
Let's talk about next season really briefly. Do you know now, you've seen the squad, do you know what you want, what you need for next year?
Yeah. I think it's not rocket science, is it really? You know, me and Greg were speaking this morning, Lucas and Sarah, we had a nice meeting this morning about certain things that need to improve and what we need to have. You know, I think if we had another 25 goals in the team from somewhere or anywhere, I think you'd obviously see the big difference on where we'd be would be a lot higher. We potentially could be competing for playoffs, who knows, but we definitely need more goals in the team. I think the defensive side of things have been brilliant, solid, resolute, and that started from the front as well, I must say. But if we can get more goals to the team, create more opportunities, then obviously it'll look a lot better.